All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you're all doing good. Halloween stream 3. The title of this VOD and this stream is terrible. I wanted another word that began with R, but I couldn't think of one and very quickly just wrote out retrospective. So the idea is we are going to look back at Reaper's Rumble for the return to see if it was worth it in the end. If my begging year in, year out was worth anything. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have a little bit of a look at that, and yeah, we'll go from there. So we will see. Good morning, says WinPGW2. It's good to see you. Good morning. Hope everybody's having a good Monday. We're all enjoying ourselves, and yeah, that's kind of the plan. As for what I've been doing in game, more PvP. Today, I've decided to stop resetting placements over and over and over again. So I think I'm gonna stop soon. I played a lot of support games, maybe 6 hours ago, 7 hours ago, and they all went terribly, like really, really, really bad. I don't know whether it was because I was rotating terribly or just not surviving when I was supposed to in certain situations, but I played like 5, maybe 6 games in a row trying to play various support variants, and I lost them all, every single one, just in a row. And it was horrible. So then I was looking for something else, and I thought for once I would try an axe build on Mirage, which I've played a lot of Condi Mirage in the past, various versions, but I've never really played axe. Now axe is like meta at the moment, you know, running like axe torch, throw stuff on there. That's like meta. So I thought I would try a meta build out, but I have tweaked it slightly because I wanted to play with pistol too. I see a lot of people run around with pistol, so I wanted to try it out. And I gotta say, the Condi that comes from this is absurd. It dumps some ridiculous pressure. So the games are really easy right now. I'm getting carried so hard by the specialization. But yeah, it's truly obscene. Like, you can just press a couple of buttons and they will be Condi bombed to all hell. Right, like we just put 20 Torment up there. In PvP, putting 20 Torment should not be so easy. I mean, it is crazy. So yeah, anyway, I'm playing kind of an axe version of Mirage, which I built based on things that I like. So it's Traveler runes here, because I'm not on staff, so I can't Chaos Storm myself for swiftness and stuff. And obviously it's not a chrono build, so you don't get the 25%. So I've gone with Traveler runes. I've subbed out Signet of Midnight, which this is basically like, this is an escape mechanism. It's an escape tool, right? Like you kind of just want to hold it for as long as possible for the passive Condi duration buff, and then you want to just proc it and run if you get low at some point and you absolutely desperately have to. But I kind of consider Illusory Ambush an escape mechanism as well, as long as there's another target you can take. And also, it forces detargeting. So running this, which forces detargeting, on an axe build, which forces detargeting, on a torch build, which is stealth, which forces detargeting, is hilarious. You can do very similar stuff to what you saw on the split surging that I was doing recently on Game of the Day. So yeah, I've just kind of been playing this version. The one thing, by the way, about Illusory Ambush that I think I haven't mentioned on any video or stream, but if you're wondering why on a greatsword build I can use it and I'll be like really far away from my opponent, but on an axe build we tend to be like a little bit closer. I think that this actually contextually changes the range at which you'll pop up next to your target, nav mesh issues aside and constrained terrain aside. I think basically it reads the main hand you're using. And so, if you're on axe, it will put you into sort of a general axey range or a swordy range. So, like, sword being melee as well, is designed so that if I Illusory Ambush and press my skill 1, the ambush will land or do well enough, right? So there the terrain made us much closer. But on a greatsword, you don't need that. So I think on GS and I think on staff as well, possibly, the game probably has you further away, which is why, based on the context, it basically is a worse escape tool on an axe build, but it's a better escape tool on the GS build, if that makes sense. If you think about where it positions all your clones and stuff, like, hopefully that makes sense as well. I think you need more movement-based utilities. Is 4 enough? Yeah, actually, because port is this. And what's nice about this build is you can so easily run, so comfortably run portal. It's really fun. There's because it's just grossly overpowered. I had a weird experience where I got aggressed by a guardian as I was capping close, and I just annihilated them. This was a couple of games ago. Like, truly deleted them. Like, instantly deleted them. And the way I deleted them was I just played a little bit safe, a little bit passively, and I was actually using the daze function of the swords Infinite Horizon procs, which was kind of cool. And then the guy just died. It's so fast, and it was like really gross kind of throw. It was like the guy pushes fire on spawn and dies instantly. But then I engaged 2 other 1v1s in a row with them, and they survived really well and forced me off. And so I don't know why in one situation where I was essentially trying to replicate my success the first time, things went so differently. You know, there's a lot to think about actually in terms of like not let, especially with guards with like lesser smite conditions and focus 5s and hammer 2s and stuff, which will cleave everything out. There's a lot to think about in terms of keeping your clones up so that they can execute their ambush and then shatter at the end as well, and then that's where you get the crazy pressure. Anyway, it's kind of a fun build. That's what I've been doing today, but today is not about that. It is about instead... Oh, and here's another little observation I've made. You know I said I was doing the Crichton reward track, right? Well, as a separate story here, I'm probably just going to delete all of those because I really don't need them. As a separate story, you can get ascended gear from luck purely from the boxes you get in in PvP. So like these large rank up chests, I got 42, and I think there's a chance you'll get ascended stuff out of them, right? And there's a chance from other stuff in reward tracks you'll get. So that's a Crichton chest, which we've just finished there. More clovers and fun things like that. So there's a chance you get ascended stuff. Now, when PvP first had the reward track update, I did get a few ascended boxes. I got like 3 or 4 maybe lifetime. And it occurred to me maybe 6 months ago or so that I haven't had an ascended drop from PvP for years. I just haven't had it. And so what I assumed was the odds were really low, and I got very, 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 very lucky in my early days because, you know, I'd got a couple, but then they just evaporated, and I was like, wow, I must have been really lucky. And obviously what they want you to do is to do the Grandmaster's marks and all that kind of stuff, right? So whatever. And I kind of forgot about it, put it out of my mind. However, interestingly, you remember the story from previous stream where I talked about I'm now doing Crichton reward tracks, right? And as soon as I started doing the Crichton reward track, I just got a weapon box. So what I think is actually happening here is there's kind of a hidden other thing to think about where I believe... why am I on your high bluffs again? That's weird. I should be on Crichton. I think if you do like the really basic tracks like Ascalon, you know, pre-expansion tracks, basically. If you go back to the core tracks and you do those, because it definitely isn't doing it for Living World Season 4, I think your odds of getting ascended stuff becomes non-zero, basically. You can go for it. You can do it. Because the first time I did one of these tracks, I get an ascended weapon box. I mean, it's pretty goddamn good, actually. And these weapon boxes are amazing because you can pick any weapon in the game. Yes, they might not be the right stats initially, but it doesn't cost, you know, 5 ecto and an inscription to swap in the Mystic Forge, so that's whatever. So yeah, I'm actually really keen to just push through the Crichton tracks a ton again now and see. But yeah, I don't know. I'm a little bit lower gold as well here today because I bought a ton more Halloween cobs to burn my way through those Halloween vendor wares, which, where are they? I guess maybe on my Scourge I can show you. The Scourge is who we were doing the Halloween content with before. You got some from the ruined City of Arar track. Yeah, maybe the dungeon ones as well. Maybe it's just like that first set that they threw in, basically, right? I mean, that wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, I haven't had just a straight up weapon drop for a long time. And let me tell you, I've done a lot of those reward tracks. I nearly always PvP with celebration boosters on. Nearly always. Which increases the reward track gain and stuff. So, you know, I really do fly through those tracks. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Ben, I know that you can set them to repeat. That's what I was saying on stream just a second ago, that I thought I'd set it to repeat. which is why I was surprised that it had, for some reason, gone back to Jahai. I wouldn't have been surprised if I didn't know about the repeat function. Right, so, yeah, and I wanted to show you, let's see. Yeah, so I bought... I should have everything, basically. So I got the Shackles of Madness. I got Ghost Carlotta. I got Bloody Prince Thorn. I got Zuzu Cat of Darkness. I got the mini Gordon. I got the Witch's Hat. I already had that. Now, there's 4 minis. These guys are super expensive. Mini Schvelt the Fog Raven. Dear brothers, when will we sing again? I'm beginning to forget our song. He's kind of cool. Mini Lord Humphrey Farron. The Headless. The Gwynifred, who was like the rarest thing in the game for a while, if you guys remember, way back when. This guy was like kind of obscenely rare. And then Oxydecimus the Shadow Raven. I doubt I'll go for these because this is just so many cobs. This is just obscene amounts of candy corn. So I might not go for the bottom 4, but I got everything else. I also bought all the recipes and things as well. So yeah, drained about 400G on that. But yeah, so I'm wondering what the other Halloween skins are too now. Aren't there like some other ones? I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. Don't consume that Raven if you want the new weapon skin. What Raven? I was mousing over the Ravens. I don't have those. I don't have the Ravens. I only have... I didn't go that far. But yeah, there's some new stuff as well, isn't there? Necro says, hey, just wanted to say thanks for doing the LP. Your enthusiasm and guidance has given me what I needed to finally get into Guild Wars 2 after having bought the game 6 years ago and never getting past level 15. I've been playing an insane amount the past 5 days and I'm seriously enjoying myself, so thank you. Hey, that really makes me happy, man. Thanks so much. How far into the story are you? But you're essentially a new player, right? That's super cool. I feel really bad that the past week and a half the LP hasn't progressed. But it will again very soon. I really wanted Zaitan dead by the time Halloween's here. There's a lot of stuff that's bumming me out, to be honest. I wanted Zaitan dead, and we should be on the Super Adventure Box series right now, and we're not. But yeah, so I will be on the final arc. We're picking that up again very soon. So yeah. Diziguelis Lieutenant says, is Reaper a good class? Yeah, Reaper is legitimately one of the best classes in the game. Reaper is, you know, there are variants on how you run these things, right? But Reaper is, in my humble opinion, the best open world and living world thing to play the game on. It has ungodly amounts of sustain, break bar access, damage, gap close potential. It's got everything. It's got everything. Reaper is the best thing, the most ultimate thing for anything open world, anything living story. It is the best in the game by quite a wide margin as well, I think. There are other builds that come close, but Reaper's nonsense. Reaper's also very, very good in competitive PvP at the moment. I would guess it's alright in... Well, World vs. World is interesting. Maybe not so much there. And it can do very well in sort of the earlier rungs of the endgame formats as well. So Reaper's really, really up there. You can ask for more. And for what it's worth, there's a lot of rather really good stuff on the other elite specialization for Necro as well, Scourge. And apparently Core Necro is a thing that does damage right now. I don't know. Does it? Core Necro? Is it really that good? The patch note did what? It added more... Do I get to see my Shroud skills in here? I guess I don't, right? Oh, no. Oh, yeah, no, I don't. That's great sword. Like, what? It's apparently, it does more Torment now, right? That's what it was? I don't know, guys. I guess the Torment from Core Shroud comboed with Terrifying Descent. So, when you fear also... No. What is it? It's when you Torment, you do something else, isn't it? Isn't that a thing? Oh, here you go. Demonic... No, but that's Scourge. Torment you inflict, deals increased damage, and causes your foes to burn. Hold on, so if you do the Core Shroud, Reaper Shroud, doesn't that mean my skill 5? Hold on, let's test this out. Doesn't that mean my skill 5 in Shroud burns? Is there an ICD on that? That's kind of gross. What about Spellbreakers? Where do you see them in Guild Wars these days? Spellbreakers are extremely good in competitive PvP as well. They are defining aspects of world versus world, huge parts of that. They're also good in open mod. Listen, you got to understand, the game's generally very easy enough that almost anything works in PvE. And, you know, they're fun to run around in PvE. I've done some streams doing that, and people are always saying, oh, what's the build? You know, you can just stack a ton of damage modifiers on there and have fun. Spellbreakers are good. They have their places in raids as well, which I'm sure is important to lots of people. And they have their places in fractals. So, yeah. There are only a few that are genuinely like, this is not very good. Or have got serious deficiencies. Is there any new vanilla content or anything new to do if I haven't bought the expansions? That's a really good question. The answer is yes, absolutely. They do lots of vanilla content, if you will. I don't really think of it that way. But, yeah, I mean, this whole festival that they just released. Actually, mind you, some of the new content for this festival does actually tie into one of the expansions. But, no, they added the new raceway. They had new rewards and things to go for every time. They've updated the labyrinth in various ways. They do lots of current event stuff in Corteria. There's always vanilla stuff to go for. Definitely. The whole, and you know, if you're asking that because you haven't played for a few years, you know, the whole balance of the game is going to be different now to what you remember. There'll be loads of changes. You really don't have to worry. Okay, so basically, here's what we're going to do here. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. We're going to build some shrouds by cleaving through these golems and stealing their life force. Okay, good. Then we're going to break combat. Oh my god, come on, man. Come on, come on. Break combat, break combat. Come on, you can do it. You can break. There we go. Look how far away I had to walk there. All right, then we're going to equip our Executioner's Axe. And go into Costume Brawl, which gives us access to Core Shroud, which we're going to go into. Now, with Core Shroud on, I'm going to pick up Demonic Law. So, Torment you inflict does increased damage and causes your foes to burn. No ICD. Whenever we... and then what was the other one? It's a Curses trait, isn't it? That we could be on? Curses. Oh, that's just when you fear. So when we fear, we inflict torment. So when I press skill 3 here, it should go fear into torment into burning. Right? We should get all three of those all at once. We can also take terror. I really want the terror patch to come in, man. I may regret saying that because there'll be terrormancers everywhere. And then I guess we can just run Lingering Curse. So basically, the skill 5 now, which does a lot of torment. The idea is this should burn and stuff and do sort of obscene... Because you're not supposed to have access to this while also under the effect of the Scourge trait. So let's see. We're going to monitor the Heavy Golem. All I'm going to do is press skill 5. Oh, it's not bad, is it? Oh, we're all in with Doomfire. Oh, mind you, it only procced once, right? I think it only procced the burning once. Maybe it procced it multiple times? I don't know. I love how they update the visual. Oh, no, they don't, do they? They need to update this so that when you take Doomfire, it looks cooler. Should totally pick that up. Wait, what line is... Oh, and Doomfire is in Soul Reaping, isn't it? So, hey, whatever. It's a 3-second ICD per target. Oh, is it? Oh, I see. It says in the white text there. Ah, okay, I see. It's interesting that they list it out like that instead of... you know, actually listing the ICD as they normally would. Well, anyway, it's still pretty strong. It's still pretty strong because we can still do the double, you know, the double shroud and whatnot. And use all these abilities at the same time as these abilities. All right, okay. So I'm going to quickly intro the stream. This is basically just an excuse to get up, walk around a bit, try and wake up a little bit. And then we will have a look at Reaper's Rumble, guys. So I'll see you all in a second. Once again, I really, everyone who's at the stream, I really appreciate it because I've not been doing my job very well recently. And so those of you who are still around, you know, I've got tweets that I need to respond to. I've got Discord messages I need to respond to. I haven't done video for a while. I really appreciate you guys here. And hopefully we'll make it entertaining somehow. Cheers, guys. And I'll see you very soon. Oh, that's the wrong overlay. All right, I'm back. Alrighty then. Okay, so let's see what we got. Okay, first we should pick a character. I guess we'll just pick the necro since it's all Halloween-y looking anyway. Someone asked if you can do the core shroud thing in PvE as well, and I don't see why not. It's kind of a fun idea for PvE because you could it's kind of a fashion warsy thing. It should be patched though. I mean, I'm not going to go around recommending everybody does it because or I wouldn't take it too seriously. I would become dependent on it for your joy while playing your necromancer, because I really do think that it's going to get you know, made null and void at some point in the future. What's this? Just keep in mind that 30 minutes is incredibly, insanely good. You could be waiting for over a week for Guild Wars 1 stuff. What do you mean? I don't get it. Well, what comes every week in Guild Wars 1? What, like GVGs and stuff? That's the only thing I can imagine. That maybe you have to wait about a week for the community to get involved and do something. Maybe some of the speed clearing initiatives, actually. Right, so yeah, I guess I'll show it off. We pick up Scourge, right? And then it's very simple, isn't it? You just press Costume Brawl. Yeah, it works. It totally works, doesn't it? There you go. Oh, it fixed. How did it fix? Oh no, there you go. It's because I wasn't in Costume Brawl mode. Yeah, there you go. It works. We're not degenerating. So the question as well was, can you get kicked out? You actually can't. You cannot get kicked out. You can't re-enter. Oh, maybe you can? Wow, that was weird. That's really strange. It's toggling. Oh, we can. So. Oh, this is so broken right now. Look, we can get our Executioner's Axe back. We can have Weapon out in Shroud. Weapon wielding double Shroud, guys. There you have it. Look at that. Beautiful. I wonder what happens if I actually got in combat now with the Great Axe equipped. That would be really strange, wouldn't it? So yeah, you could do this, but this isn't going to work anywhere that Costume Brawl is currently disabled. So you can't do it in raids, which is like the one thing that the devs care about, I guess, to an extent. Can you do it in fractals? Maybe you can do it in fractals if you really want to. I don't actually think it's the way that the balance is at the moment. I don't think it's a benefit to you. You are locking away your utility skills as well at the same time. There's no ICD in PvE on the trait, is there not? No, there still is. There's still an ICD on it. Once per target. I mean, the demonic law synergy isn't everything. The other benefits is just in AoE scenarios, life transfer is a ton of Shroud, which means you can keep fueling your F abilities. Like, if we just imagine that this was a weapon set, basically what we're saying is we're treating this as a weapon set now. Is this actually just on its own a good weapon set? Well, maybe if you trait everything right out the wazoo, maybe it is then. I'd be interested to see how Soul Reaping can change things up as well. But yeah, you never run out, so you can always use these. You never run out, but you can still run out of currency for these, right? But yeah, the only way to fix it from this point would actually be a map swap. So, you know, once you commit to doing it in Verdant Brink or whatever, you kind of unless maybe you can be DPS'd out of it. I don't really know what happens if you get attacked. Shall we see? I would guess if they kill you, so to speak. So for that reason, as a double health bar mechanism, it's kind of a fun idea. As a cheesy thing to do every now and then. I mean, it's very, very, very simple. Let's have a quick look, shall we? This is a Halloween-y thing to test, no? So what we're going to do is I'm going to use the Q here to just drain. Alright, and now what we're going to do is attack the Firefly. I'm going to run away because our Shroud's still rolling. It's going to kill him too quick, isn't it? Damn it! Damn it! Too much damage. We've still got 21 life force here. So hold on. Alright, only one attack. Okay. So now it's going to come in. Oh, there you go. It does. It does kick you back in. So actually, it's pretty goddamn useful, I think, there, actually. I think it's pretty good. Because what you can do is max out your Shroud pre-encounter or whatever, maybe. And then trigger the bug to just get those skills for free. like at the start of the fight, and a 3-second health bar at the start of the fight, and then move on. Wow, I've got a lot of ats there. Don't at me, guys. I'm not interested. All right, let's see. The shroud is a transform, and the axe is a bundle. So the transform overrides the axe, like how you can be mounted while holding an environmental weapon. There you go. That's a nice explanation there. Somebody as well, when I did my video on this, somebody explained that the idea, they said essentially what's actually going on with Guild Wars 2 is the players can use all skills all the time. The only thing that's stopping you from using the skill is, like, whether the UI exposes it to you, right? That is the only thing that's actually stopping you. It's not more complicated on a deeper level than that. Nothing fundamentally is really happening when you swap elite specs, or even when you swap utility skills. So the point is, like, I could be in combat with 5 utility skills on cooldown, and the only thing stopping me casting, you know, Ghastly Breach, even though I'm on Plague Lands, right? The only thing stopping me is that it's not on the UI anywhere, kind of thing. Like, it really is only at that level that stops you. And here, because this weird little trick here exposes something on the UI, you kind of get that. You get that little extra thing there. So, yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. Is this your private Twitch channel? Private? What do you mean? Capture some footage in this form for Elite Speculation long axe videos. Oh god, yeah. What did I agree with Boots that we were going to do as the next class? I've got to actually think of what I've got to write out everything I need to do for the next class. What happens when you take damage in that mode? I think that's been answered now. What else are people saying? Why do you feel the devs only care about raids? That's not a cynical thing that I you just reminded me for some weird reason that I have to water my plants, so well done. Still want this as a tonic too, by the way. It's not like a bad thing. Well, care in terms of pay a lot of respect and attention to the balance of. Because there's blatantly broken stuff that they leave in open world, and blatantly broken stuff that they leave in living, like the Signet of Agony, right? This is obscenely broken, and they allow it to exist everywhere except raids. Like, raids are that special extra thing. There's a lot of consumables and things in the game, like fire elemental powder and stuff, which they allow to have a place here in the more casual aspects of the games, PvE, and they disable in raids. So it's not that I think it, it's that it's a fact that they are more careful and they refine things in when it comes to the raiding scene. Now, personally, I think Fractals and Raid should have the exact same treatment. I don't know why, for some odd reason, Fractals are for some reason just determined as, you know, more casual, so you're allowed to have those. Did they eventually disable the Signet of Agony in there? Did they? I don't know, but because it's been a while since I played. But yeah, stuff like that. And Costume Brawl is disabled in raids, so you would never be able to trigger this here. So basically, the devs care about that kind of stuff, and they care about the integrity of runs and stuff for raids, which is good. They need to somewhere in the game. Christ, I would like them to have that everywhere, you know, but. I think well, not everywhere. I think open world is fine. Do whatever, have fun. I think that open world is fine. It should be more of a game experience, to be honest. But that's not a big deal to me. The personal story, fractals, dungeons, all of that though, that should all be treated seriously. And stuff should be called away. There shouldn't be fire elemental powder in story instances. There never should have been, and stuff like that, you know. Anyway, we're going to Halloween. I've got really distracted here. The old lady was holding a dagger like a stick. I thought it was a fishing rod. Wasn't she holding a fishing rod? Was that a dagger? I don't really remember. I thought that she was fishing, actually. There are fishes in the game, even though we can't do it. There are fishes. I love that you can use consumables in fractals. It adds an extra level of depth.
I've heard that.
I don't think complexity for complexity's sake is good design. I actually think that the game has got enough buttons to press and enough things to think about that it's already, you don't need that other level there. You don't need it. And I especially don't think you need it when it comes to the clunkiness of user interface, like inventory juggling and all that kind of stuff. I think that's all really stupid, and I think that that's restrictive to certain people. I don't think it should be there in Fractals. Right. Are you guys ready? So here's what I'm scared. When I click this button, I'm totally blind on this. What I'm scared is that when I click this button, it's going to be dead and empty and no one's going to be there. So I just want you guys to know I am on NA at the moment. I'm on North America. And if you want to come and play Reaper's Rumble, you're welcome to join me. I'm not sure what this stream will be because I'm tired and I'm out of it and I'm depressed and I'm all these things. And I'm not sure whether I'll put on an entertaining show for you here. So if Darg is watching, I don't know whether this will be a super edit or what. We'll come back to this. I guess we'll just see how things go. Because unlike with Aspect Arena, I understood, and I wanted to talk to you guys excitedly about all the different parts of Aspect Arena. Reaper's Rumble, I just don't know right now. So we're just going to go in and see what we see, and hopefully there are other players around. All right, so here we go. I'm interested in Reaper's Rumble. It is for lovers of strategy. Grow your own army. Destroy the opposing team's base. Weapons will be provided to keep things sportsmanlike. Okay. All right, I'd like to participate. Oh, yeah, baby. This is a creepy loading screen. Oh, the UI is not... This is not looking good here. Find pumpkins. Instructions. Why is it a window in a window? Find pumpkins in the field and bring them to your team's mausoleum to spawn skeletons. Help your skeletons destroy the other team's mausoleum. Alright, so we have one ally and one enemy. This is better than Aspect Arena, at least. Aspect Arena, you couldn't even get out the gate because no one was playing quite often. Alright, so what do we have? Structures destroyed, interceptions, kills, and NPC kills. Intercepts, I wonder what these are. Okay, so, let's see. This is my spawn, and these are the guild hall decorations. So I'm safe here. Now we've got a totally different skill bar here. There's no cheesy way to bug that. My costume brawl stuff is disabled, so that's fine. Mounts are disabled, so that's fine. We have class icons on the minimap, even though that's potentially irrelevant. And so what's it given us? It's given us an axe and a pistol. But the axe looks a bit like a dagger, actually. What's this called? What is this? This is like... That's what you use to, like, gut a fish, isn't it? Anyway... So we got chop. Chop, chop. I don't know if it rotates. We got leap. Okay, so this is actually eviscerate. Oh, it feels clunky. 400 range? That was not 400 range right there. Do I have to hold it? Is it a held leap? Let's see. Okay. Axe spin. Oh, okay. Oh, why? These are like reverse. Can you put axe spin on the 2? Because that's what that normally is. Except instead of fury, this is cripple. And then our pistol is shoot. And it does have a cooldown. So this is not like an auto attack. What's the 5? Aimed shot. Shoot your target with careful targeting. Oh, was that ground targeted? And what's this? A heal? Eat to recover health. Raw candy corn. Oh, there's no cast on that. Okay. So when we come out of the base, it's a cliff. And so no one's going to be able to jump and puzzle their way in. Or maybe they might be able to. We can maybe look at that later. You guys hear the game, yeah? Sorry if there's a lot of background noise. My my washing machine's on full spin right now. So let's see. We got a farmer. We got skeletons. Oh, he just threw a pumpkin at him. Oh, and it's spawning some stuff. Okay, so he's doing what we do, right? Let's watch. Does he farm them up? And so they just naturally spawn over time. The NPCs do it for us. Hey, can we translate all these graves as well, by the way? So the mausoleum has got a health bar and can actually be broken. And on the top right, I guess, help our skeletons destroy the other team's mausoleums. I guess the other team's losing here pretty hardcore because we've got loads of healthy ones. So looking at the map, 3 mausoleums, they're all very healthy, while the opposing team only has 1 left and it's a tiny bit of health. Oh, I missed it. I missed it. He totally did just dig up a pumpkin, though. All right, let's follow these guys. Oh, we won. Oh, that was so good. Yeah. Oh, look, people are actually joining now. Oh, my God. Hold on. Back in the day, this used to be like 20v20s or whatever. What is it now? Is it 5v5s? Hey, WP. Have a good weekend. I had a nice weekend. Thank you very much. I hope you did too. So it's almost like a MOBA? I guess, yeah, like... Alright, let's find a pumpkin this time, shall we? So the game is about to begin. Are we going to get a full-on 5v5? No, some people are leaving. 3v3, that's good enough. Come on, guys. You got to join here. Otherwise, this is going to be a bit miserable. So are there multiple exits? Can I jump over the thing?
Ready? If not, that's unfortunate for you.
Oh my God, they've got the Battle and the Breachmaker music. What? Dude, what the hell? They're using this music. I can't believe it. This was not a function in 2012. Wow, they've really adrenalined it up by putting that on there. Shouldn't that only be like an intense, like, hype music right at the end of a close game? ArenaNet. We were going to do that with the casting toolkit as well. He's got a cool rifle there. Is that a rifle we can collect? So anyway, he's defending our one of the mausoleums, I guess, or our base. I know. All right, so moving out into the middle of the map here. Dude, this is pretty intense with this music. This is on North America. Oh God, that guy's shooting me. All right, let's use the skill 5. Oh, look, it's a line. Oh. Okay. Let's gap close with the 2. Whack! Oh, it's not AoE. Oh, God. Oh, no. Fire back. Oh, he dodged it, and we're dead. Damn. I got owned, man. I got totally owned. Let's look at the death breakdown timeline. So it all started when Kiratan Tohoku axe spun us for 2 hits. Then we got aimed shot by his friend Dagix. And a skeleton shot us as well. Before finally, so we succumbed to 4 hits of aimed shot. Okay, for a total of 12k. All right, well, let's try and get out there again now. The Battle on the Breachmaker ramps up a lot. This is just a slow start of the song. Yeah, it's quite a long song. I'm listening now, actually. I very rarely get to appreciate the later parts of the song in game because, you know, it plays in like the Nightmare Fractal, and you probably got it on farm, and it just ends. That is what this track is, right? Right, so should I kill the creep? That's the question, right? The creep is actually attacking me. Shall we auto our way through it? God, they really hurt. See, there's no sense of farming. Here's the funny thing about Guild Wars, right? Oh my God, I died purely to the creep. I can't believe it. They really, really, really hurt. Skeleton, 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 skeleton. Here's the funny thing about Guild Wars. I've always thought, and I'm not an advocate for a new game mode, a full-on game mode, but they could easily have a game type where you level during PvP. So like you farm the creep in this thing, and as you level, what you get is hero points every time, which unlocks trait decisions. Like, think of traits as the shop. Right? It would work perfectly, right? Like, you go back to base and you can pick up your next trait and you get to choose one of 3, and then you get... Or you pick the specialization line first at the start of the game, and then as you go, you slowly unlock all your specializations as you play. Take cover under my shield, says Apo... Is there a shield mechanic? Anyway, I'm getting distracted. So should I just auto attack? Oh, but you can't auto. Does this pierce? Oh, okay. So that does explode. The eviscerate is miserable. This does not cleave either. It is literally single target. There is no... These are 2012 skills, right? We have to remember that the game was very simple back then, and totally not blown out the ass. So, wow, the skeletons really hurt. So could it be someone's... The song fits the ambience, in your opinion? I don't think it fits the ambience, to be honest. I mean, it's a bit... the ambience is dark, grim, sort of... Well, I don't know. Yeah, listen, it's a bit dark and grim. I get it. No, I think maybe you're onto something there. We're getting wrecked, aren't we? Because they're killing this Muslim. What can I do to save it? What can man do against such hate? Can I kite like this? While shooting? Can I, like, serpentine? Can I dip in and out? This is bad. Oh, my God. Oh, and that was a player there as well. Oh, God. I like how we're basically just the same as the skeletons here. It's literally Heroes of the Storm, he's explaining. His HOTS a lot like this. I never actually played Heroes of the Storm. Oh, it's not a bomb, it's a pumpkin. Oh, the skill fight. Oh, sorry, I forgot. I gotta actually manually respawn here. Right, I'm gonna try and ignore the skeletons because this is bad. They're just farming so hard here. I've got to get out into the cornfields because there's a whole mechanic out here, right? We haven't seen yet. Why does their team have 2? Does that represent mausoleums broken? So when we go into the corn, we actually do stealth. So and they do a different stealth icon here. That's the shadow return icon, if I remember rightly. But so using this, I can't be spotted by other players. But here's what I want to know. I want to know if the rustling of the... Oh, here, look, let's see. Let's see this guy. Should we snipe him? Oh, I missed. Crap. Oh, my God, someone else is... I want to know if I can see their rustling while I'm in there. Also, let's turn up shadows as well. And let's turn up reflection since there is a bit of war in here as well. Cost a few frames. But that's it. Isn't that defeat? Aren't we over? What happens if I shoot him from in here? I get revealed. Did you choose your Fallen Empire entries? No, that's one of the tweets I need to respond to. You're talking about the Vasberg thing, right? They tweeted me right at the start of the stream yesterday, and I went to bed right after that, and today I haven't looked into it yet.
If not, that's unfortunate.
You think the rustling is client side? Well, in other areas of the game, you can see the grass rustling when other people do stuff, I think. I don't think it's purely client side. Oh, is today's the deadline for entries, right? Not for judging. Right, Gisonome? I'm not on the deadline for judging, am I? I wasn't aware that time had moved so fast there. That can't be right. So anyway, I take this back to the mausoleum. If it is, can you confirm that to me? Because I really have to get on that, if so. No. Wait, today is judging? What do you mean? Wait. I'm doing too much here now. Smash the pumpkin over your foe's head, stunning them. This has a chance to destroy your pumpkin. Throw you the pumpkin at your foe. Do we speak to... Do we just throw it in there? Oh, okay. We just throw it. Oh, my God. Look at how many are spawning. Oh, my God. For real? Okay, so what? Do they split into 3 lanes now? 2 lanes, I see. I don't think you can see the rustling for enemy stealth players is what I mean, because the server doesn't even send their position to you. Doesn't it? Really? Is that how the stealthing works? So they killed that skeleton. So these are basically like turrets, right? The farmers are like turrets, I guess. In their obstacles we got to kill in the meantime. I keep messing up which one's the range one. God, I got a guy. I got a guy on me. It's dangerous. I got to get moving. We got a line of sight. Gears to Gnomes, can you type in a full sentence, please? If judging deadline is today. Oh, he ate his candy corn. Yeah, we got a kill. That felt good. Oh, my God. All right, Lilo, they're taking it out. Can I just hide inside this and wipe it down? Do they do more damage? Is this some stronghold stuff here? Look at WB using game of the day kiting skills. Oh, it is a chain, by the way. Oh, the chain has a ranged component. What a weird auto attack chain. Look at that. It goes chop, chop, shoot. That is the weirdest auto attack chain in Guild Wars. You ready? Look at that. We're going to shoot that. Oh, it got obstructed. But still, we were shooting that guy out of the auto attack chain there. Oh, you're screwed. I got allies. Look at this. You just went in for like a 1v6. I love how we are basically just as strong as Crit, and that's it. Man, what was that? Something just really hit. Enable auto attack on your skill 1. Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, right, because I was having to actually manually press every single time. It won't chain unless I hit someone with the first one. But we just broke a mausoleum super easy there. Alright, okay. Okay, Gears to Gnomes. I might end this stream early then, because I've got to go do that. This is good. This is pretty easy. Oh god, someone's coming. Oh my god. He's going to try and shoot us, but we're going to hide around the graves. Look at this. Every single little grave has collision. That's it. Oh, look at this. Bold, bold stuff right here. This is nowhere nearly good enough to deserve that track. Yeah, that's what I was thinking earlier, right? Like, I get why it kind of fits it. The thing is, if it... Just because it's slower pace doesn't mean it can't be intense. What? Come on, that was a line of sight there. All right, we've baited him. We've baited him out. Back through the skeleton, buddy. Let's hide behind this here. Oh, come on. What? Save me, Mr. Skeleton. Save me. Oh, this is good. We're going to kill him. Oh, that was close. That was really, really, really close. If my skeleton had learned to focus fire, that could have been pretty good. Go to that no port spot, kite around these boxes. Yeah, I don't think there is any porting going on here, is there? So, is there a class-based context skill in this mini game? Like for snowballs, one of the skills you get changes, and on what's the other one where one of them changes? Dragon Ball is pure equal. And it's like arcadey style arena stuff. Blue team is too big. Alright, I volunteered to swap. We only outnumber by 1. Make taco markers for this map. Yeah, the destiny of the taco marker pack is to cover all the festival stuff. So, some stories about the taco marker pack here as well. After the most recent stream, somebody messaged me in game. I can't remember their name at the moment, but someone messaged me in game and said, hey, I've been watching your Game of the Day videos. I got really interested based on the pack. So here's some ones I know that from what I've managed to spy on Game of the Day, I don't think you've got marked. And they showed off some stuff I knew but deliberately didn't have marked, some stuff I didn't know but don't want to mark, and some stuff that genuinely was like, oh yeah, this is pretty cool. So we added to the marker pack, and it was pretty fun, you know. It was about, I don't know, half an hour or something, just run around the maps, and they were showing off some of the spots that they knew. So that kind of reinvigorated me, and I was thinking, yeah, I will release this. However, there's a problem. I haven't actually been using the pack recently because it's really laggy. I don't know what's going on, but Taco on my PC now, it doesn't like update or anything fast enough. So like it will like freeze and only refresh like 5 seconds later, and then freeze and only refresh like 5 seconds later. And what that essentially means is that the markers just don't work. They become really stagnant. One of the Game of the Days I showed off recently showed a little bit of that behavior, and I don't know why it's doing that to such a ridiculous degree. Maybe it's the resolution of the icons I'm using is too big, and now there's too many markers that have been listed or something. I just don't know. So it's really a bit of a shame, to be honest. So that has a chance to destroy the pumpkin. So should I go hunting players while holding a pumpkin? Should we try that? Is the stun like really heavy? Because there's obviously no stun breaks, right? So if it's like a 3-second stun, then that's like a free kill, isn't it? But we have to drop the pumpkin to take advantage of that kill. And can we drop a pumpkin and then reclaim it, or does it break it? Let's see. No, we can drop it. So you can bonk someone on the head, drop the pumpkin, kill him, and then pick it up and go back to your mausoleum. So should we try it? Thing is, I don't want to take my pumpkin into their territory just to do that. That's a skeleton. Are there any players around? I wonder what the music was here originally. Maybe it's trying to render using some really slow method. I mean, it wasn't doing it, and then it just started. I don't know whether it's because I've got too many like markers on it now, or what. I don't know what it is, but yeah, it was not a problem until it suddenly has started being one. And it literally is completely unusable. So I have Taco turned off nearly all my PvP games now, nearly all of them. Which means that I don't think about the pack and I haven't been contributing to it. That's the past 3 days or so that it's been like that. And I don't know what to say. Where are all my opponents? Here's a guy. Here's a guy. Look, look, look. He's on the offense. He's already dead, though. Damn. Oh, one of our mausoleums is down as well. Anyone over there? Don't think so. I wonder if there's an Easter egg thing on this as well. Because remember, there's that huge Easter egg sequence in the other PvP thing. The villagers one, right? You can throw it from a pretty far distance, can you now? Can I friendly fire as well? Can I actually throw into theirs? Accidentally. In Keg Brawl, that's definitely a mechanic. Here you go. Here's a player. All right, we're going to use the skill 1. Are you ready? We're going to see. Skill 1. He's knocked down. Oh, look at that. That's quite a knockdown. And then we pick it up again, and then we can bail. That's pretty good. Does this have a chance of breaking it? It applies cripple if I throw it at an opponent. Only 3 seconds, though. Don't know about that. The idea of throwing the pumpkin at someone is like huge, because you're giving it to them basically. So here, do we dare go for the 1v3? I don't think so. We're gonna knock him down through the statue. Yeah, snipe. Oh baby. And now we're gonna reclaim this. We're gonna eat, and we're gonna do it again. You ready? Through the statue. Oh no, I missed. It doesn't turn around. It doesn't track properly. We got to throw it at them and leave. All right, we've crippled him. I'm out. I'm out, Girl Scout. We got to go behind this because he's going to shoot us. He picked the pumpkin up. He tried to knock us down with it. Oh my God, this is hype. We got him. We got him. We got him. Here we go. The knockdown. Yeah. Oh, it broke our pumpkin though. Oh, we're alive. They didn't even say the lockdown lengthened the tooltip. You gotta understand, back in the day, tooltips were a luxury we did not get the privilege of very often. So this isn't good. We can only spawn from one mausoleum now, right? You can use the bell add-on for the taco one. What's the bell add-on? Maybe it's trying to render using some slow method, and it's rendering each icon as a separate draw call. Well, what I'm doing with my marker pack is no different to any other marker pack in the game that's been added, right? So, like, if you look at the changelog on Taco, it'll say, like, okay, added a new marker pack for the Silver Wastes. 90 new icons have been added for the Silver Wastes, blah, 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 blah. Like, if you Google Guild Wars Taco performance, you'll see a Google response comes up where it's a patch they had a while back where they say, yeah, I had some performance issues. This was like a 2016 update. Had some performance issues which I've fixed up, and there's a new 90 new icons in the Silver Waste. Now, 90 icons in the Silver Waste, at least. That's just like marking one, lost coins or something in there. I don't know. But if the Silver Waste has 90 icons, I don't think I've got 90 kite spots marked on any one conquest map. So I don't think it can be that. But maybe because the resolution of the icons is too high or something. Which I kind of don't like the thought of, because they're pretty low res. They look pretty gross, to be honest. So, yeah, I don't know. All right. I'm gonna march with my skeletons here. Ready? Here we go. We're gonna march. This isn't good. Oh no, we won. It is good. We got it. Yeah, baby. Please tell me what's the bell add-on was sarcastic. No, I know I'm not being sarcastic. What do you mean? Oh, you're talking about the fast food place. We don't have Taco Bell here, really. I think I've eaten a taco once in my life. Mexican food is not like a big thing in the... Oh, there are Taco Bells. Somebody's going to say, actually, WP, there are 5 branches that have opened now throughout the UK. Actually, that's wrong, and you need to know. Yeah, there are a couple, I think, that are opening now. But in general, it's not much of a thing. So, no, that wasn't the word bell paired with it. Didn't really
If not,
make me think of
that's
it.
unfortunate.
Since the PvP maps are in the mist, maybe you render all of the marker packs in the PvP maps at the same time? No, I don't think that's right. I don't think that's how the engine works, even remotely. They're different maps. They're just in the same, like, continent, if you will. You remember there was that old error message way back when where, like, what was it? If you tried to use a scroll or something, it would say you cannot do that while in this continent. WP, you need to come to the American Southwest. You need some tacos, my friend. There's a clip on the American Office. All right, I'm a reasonable fan of both iterations of The Office. Okay, there's a clip where this character called Nellie, who's British, is eating a taco and she's never had one before. And instead, you're supposed to eat it side on, right? And she's like gnawing at, she's like holding it like a wrap or something. And I could not relate more to her in that moment. And everyone's like judging her because she's eating it really weirdly. But you know, I just don't know, man. I don't know. This alien food, this mysterious, strange Mexican cuisine. In the API, the mist is continent 2. Yeah, and is World vs. World continent 3. Continent is kind of a bit of a misnomer, right? But it's the internal API or whatever term they use for game mode, right? Because essentially, going to one of those places is more than going to... So can I, from range, swing the axe a couple of times just to get the shoot? Oh, there's a player there. That's an actual player with me. All right, here we go. Oh, the line of sight. The explosions kind of ruin it a bit. The big shot. Oh. Oh, no, I missed that. Can I use this to escape? Oh, my God. Not really. Full health. Full health, baby. No, the auto attack shoot. I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, no. They're like totally. It means more to be in those places. That's why like your build can change. There basically are build templates in the game. It's just there's only 3 templates. There's a template for World vs. World. There's a template for PvE, and there's a template for PvP. That's like one of those amazing, like crappy, like non-answers you could give in defense of the game. Like go to the forums and someone says, "I can't believe that our internet haven't added build templates. They were in Guild Wars 1, and both games are called Guild Wars, so surely it's as simple to add it in both. Can't believe they've done it. Too little, too late. Ridiculous that there's no build template, blah, 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 blah." When you see that on the forums, you need to respond and say, actually, there are build templates. There are 3 of them. One for World vs. World, one for PvE, one for PvP. So stop asking. The devs did that for you for ages ago. You're just not good enough at the game to know about that. High five, forum mods. And then you watch everyone else's message get deleted except yours. Think about it. Is this working, by the way? Am I actually succeeding here? I think I am. Oh, yeah, baby. The build isn't based on continent, it's based on game mode. Is there a distinction between game mode and continent? Are they not essentially used interchangeably, though? This is me learning stuff now, because I don't really know. So if I use this from the top of a hill, will I go a lot further? Shall we see? Also, they allow Arc, which has build templates. I mean, yeah, that's also true. I don't particularly like that. That kind of... what that represents, though, the idea of... Oh, the community's implemented sort of a half-baked one that not enough people know about. It's not integrated. It's not monetized in any way. It's not gold synced in any way. It's not fun. It's It's not got professional art touch-ups on it or anything, you know, but it's there, so we should be happy. I kind of get a bit concerned with that. I very much view as Ark is amazing. What Delta's done is amazing, and you know, I would be emphatically thankful and happy about it forever, right? But I still do think it is the duty of the devs to try and implement it themselves if they can, rather than just rely on the community created stuff. Because I just think there's a bar of quality that only ArenaNet would attain. Raids are a different game mode as far as item usability is concerned. Yeah, I've wondered that. Every time they add a consumable, do they have to manually specify, hey, only available in PvE, not PvP, not raids, not here, do they have to do that manually every time, or do they just broadly select it? Because some items, some like boxes you can open while in a PvP game, while other ones you can't. And it's very strange. Why am I winning as many fights as I am? I mean, honestly, I'm not doing anything special. We were both at 100% health there. Why did that guy, like, not use the big damage hit? What is the tower thing in the difference? In the distance? That's, what is that? Is that, like, his throne? His palace or something? Is it real as well? I don't know. Is it, or is it a function of the skybox? I'm not entirely sure. Because you are the greatest PvPer of all time. Okay, I was not fishing. I swear to God. But thank you so much. That's all I ever wanted to hear. I can't get out of silver, but I'm really trying. And you know, the only reason I can't get out of silver is because I'm in silver hell. All right, where people are so bad. All right, I'm not gonna lie, guys, because I keep changing my rating. Right, I was trying a really terrible build. What was it? I've tried a couple of really terrible builds over the past 24 hours. What was it? Anyway, I was trying a really awful build. And I lost, like, 5 placement games in a row, right? And so I tanked hard, right? This was on EU. And I have footage of it. I'm not going to make it game of the day. And the game was a struggle to win. But I saw the most mind-blowing thing. And I'm not going to do it because it's almost like I'm bullying or whatever to actually show the person and whatever. And I don't want people to feel intimidated to PvP and stuff. Like, people are constantly judging. But the most mind-blowingly, like, bad play I think I've ever seen, I saw within the past 24 hours. First of all, Twitch chat, do you want to guess what that might be? What might that be? What is a really, like... really beginner play? Like, it blew my mind. Like, I was playing this queue. It was a Revenge on the Capricorn game, right? Okay. So I was playing the queue, and I was just noticing that people in general, not my allies and all my enemies, they were just really bad. And I knew that I tanked super low because of the placements, right? So I was like, okay, this is a bit worrying here. This is, you know, people are not doing very well at all. And the game was a struggle, and I saw something, and it audibly made me say out loud, what? No, he's even... And then I said the thing that he's doing. I can't believe it. And the game was a struggle, even though people were doing it. Anyway, so you've had time to guess. Let's see what people's guesses are. Going too far and dying. No. You're thinking way too... I'm talking like an individual thing you could do that just, like, signifies you're a complete newbie. A beginner play duo with Valen. I haven't duoed with Valen for maybe, like, 3 days. We only did a couple anyway. I did get a couple of queues with him today, and every single one was those support ones where I played terribly. So, but I think he was duo with someone else. It wasn't intended. Walking off a node while an enemy is walking from the back and not noticing. No, far worse than that. Come on, guys. Imagine this. What is something someone who's just started playing Guild Wars 2 would do? That, like, their first PvP game. Standing on node, no. Keyboard turning, no. Bandaging, no. These are all far, far, far too intelligent. Healing thief, no. It's got nothing to do with his build. It was something he did, like an action, like a thing that he did, or she did in the game. Backpedaling, hey, I still backpedal. Backpedaling is useful in some scenarios. Double dodge. No, you're all way. Come on, I'm not that arrogant to be ultra critical of... No. Clicking on the skills and appears in chat. Kill PvE mobs. No. Emote. Dancing. Dancing's a hilarious one. So you know the podiums at the end of the game? This is bad right now, by the way. You know the podiums at the end of the game where you can dance or throw fireworks. There's kind of a fun like mind games that's going on there, right? Basically, anyone who dances or uses the fireworks at the end is a noob, right? Just straight away. Everyone who does that is a noob. And you're a noob because it's like no one who actually plays PvP even thinks about that screen anymore. The only ones that do are the ones that like bug it so they can get in the front and then they like spam emotes to try and be that, you know, center of attention. Nobody actually cares. Oh, there's a hint as to what the player did on screen right now. Look at this. We're being rezzed here. So anyone who dances on those podiums is a noob, right? But so it's kind of a beautiful mind games thing where, because everyone knows that anyone who's actually dancing or cares about it is a noob, and it's like one of their first games or they don't play very much, so it's a novelty to dance at the end, right? It's a novelty that is long since worn off for the rest of us no-lifers, right? So because that's a thing, because you're a noob if you dance, that naturally means that dancing is good to do. Like if you win against people that you really don't like, you're like, fuck you pricks, we won, yeah, suck it. You can now ironically dance to look like a noob to tilt them further because, oh, I just lost to these noobs, you know, like that, and you irritate them, right? So there's some good mind. So therefore, the dancing is a thing. All right, okay, here we go. Here's what he did. This was how low rated the game was and how bad it was. The I don't remember. So let's say I was like 1v2ing them or something, right? Anyway, the situation was I just killed someone, right? And so the guy the noob is the guy that's still alive. So I kill a player, and the noob is still alive, right? I'm playing Reaper's Rumble so terribly here, by the way. Oh, we almost got it. Come on, the auto attack shoot. How do I get the auto attack shoot? I'm going deep here. Oh no, this isn't good. All right, I'm gonna die. The noob is still alive after his friend dies. He doesn't notice that his friend has died, right? Is in down state. He doesn't notice. Like he's going very slow, right? You can see that. You can see every individual decision is made in real time. You know, 2 seconds later than you would expect it from anyone else. So his friend dies, and you see like he stops moving. He stands still. He turns around. He looks at the body. You know, the downstate body. And then I cleave the downstate body out, so the guy gets defeated, right? And then after the guy is defeated, the noob, who's still alive, turns around and walks like a pretty sizable distance all the way over to the defeated body and stands there clearly trying to res the defeated body. And I was like, and this was a game at the time that I saw this, I was losing. And I was like, oh, he's trying to revive a defeated player and we're losing. What is the level of gameplay here? Like that I've never seen so blatantly that. And I wish I could show on Game of the Day, but I would feel really bad for the person who did that. I was like, that's clearly your first ever PvP game, clearly. Because you don't even know that you can't revive someone defeated, right? Like, that is 100% what PvE has taught this dude. We got destroyed there, by the way. That was the worst. What are intercepts? Is it the pumpkin intercepts? Like, if can you pass the pumpkin to your friend in this? Just show us. No, I'm not going to show you. You got the whole picture now. So there you go. That's what it was. And I swear to God, I really think that is the lowest level play you can make. Like you guys talking about double dodging and you guys talking about, oh, going far and dying and stuff. Like, these are contingent on a basic understanding of what PvP is in the first place. But trying to revive a defeated body, now that's... And the timing is as well. It's not like he thought he was still downstate. There was no way that he thought it was still downstate. He was walking to the defeated body. Oh, it was Rocker. No flame, guys. No flame. I'm proud to announce I did win that Capricorn game, and I'm now back into the high climbs of Plat 1, all right, where all the pro players are once again. You know, the most hardcore, and I no longer see these plays being made. I have escaped from... I don't know what rating that actually was. I can only assume it was like the bottom of gold or something, because I really don't believe silver or bronze exist. I really don't believe they exist outside of decay. Can any of you guys tell me you actively PvP in silver or lower? I don't think anyone will, right? They're not there. One of my favorite noob indicators is when people do this stutter step thing, which means they double tap to dodge. Yeah, I saw you point that out on one of your streams recently. Oh, I missed. I'm the noob. You mean like if you're trying to double dodge and you mess it up or whatever, you do this a little bit. I mean, I've had that turned off for years, just because of jumping puzzles, to tell you the truth. Look, the double tap to dodge is actually the pro play because it frees up more keybinds for thing. Oh, here's another frustrating thing. I was talking about little things that I really think PvP needs, and I was trying to think of one yesterday that I couldn't recall in the moment. Targeting. I've been looking a lot at targeting stuff recently. I might be mistaken about this, but nearest ally and next ally, these don't work in PvP. These don't, and these would be such useful binds so that, you know, let's say there's a cluster over your ally's body. If you could have a keybind to go nearest ally, you click that, and then you can press F, and you're guaranteed to get the rest instead of having to mouse-driven do stuff. That would be so nice, right? So I was looking at those keybinds, but I don't think they work. What the hell? Why did the pumpkin go backwards there? I don't think they work. What they instead of targeting your party members, they target the mini pets at base, and they target like clones and stuff. They don't actually target what you want them to target in PvP. I think anyway. So that's like super terrible. There's just like little things like that. It's like, why? You know, I'm trying to go to the next level here. The next level, and oh, I hate this. I expect myself to throw that axe, and I never do. God, this music is sending me into some kind of hypnotic state here as well, guys. I'm not gonna lie. This is kind of... I may have to... We're line of sight in there, right? He can't snipe us. Can you? Maybe... Does it roll out? Oh my God, what is that? Oh, it's really strange, isn't it? Does action cam affect the flow of this? If I take the target off? No, action cam doesn't work. It went up there, didn't it? Biggest noob indicator is when they rotation 360, obviously using keyboard to turn. What do you guys actually mean by that, by the way? Like, you mean like someone turns around like this, right? Like, because I'm not going to lie, I backpedal a lot. I have combat mode set up so I can quickly toggle in and go fast, right? But if you're actually fighting, if you get in combat, quite often you're going to be like aiming forward. I think this here, what I'm demonstrating right now, I think this is perfect. To me, that's not a noob indicator. Backpedaling like this. If you're still applying pressure while doing it. Obviously, if you're not applying pressure, it is better to run at full speed. But that's not... I see no problem with that. Oh my God, I did it again. So if I fire like that, it does. It goes into the ground. Interesting. So I'm like actually immune to the rifles. This is weird. When you're on the high ground, you should be able to shoot down. I kind of get the idea of not being able to shoot up. So this is a bit strange here where, like there, I couldn't even hit those skeletons. If you use mouse to turn, you're not keyboard turning. Oh, you mean holding down right click? Well, yeah, that's what I do most of the time with auto run, right? I wonder how the skeleton aggro works as well. Like, how far away can I pull him? This is a weird hill. Oh my God, he's stealthed. Look at that. That means I can stealth. Oh, look at this. Look at this. So, yeah, you definitely don't see the rustling. That's a shame. But mind you, I don't see my own rustling here. This is actually a different asset anyway. The rustling stuff was on the other side. See, the thing is, with only 5v5, you can't kind of... It's a big map. It'd be kind of cool to station some people to, you know, gank from in here and stuff, but on 5v5s, I don't know whether that's going to be enough. We got the combat break. Stop trying to throw the axe with 3. Yeah, I mean... I don't know. So, is there a way I can, like... Can I hit these through? I can. Oh, look, look, look. Oh. Chop, chop. Shoot, shoot, shoot. So why is it shooting 3 times before resetting? That was strange, wasn't it? Well, we lost that, obviously. Why was it? There's such a weird auto attack chain. Honestly, it's such a strange auto attack change. Oh, you're right as well. Yeah, the throw axe icon is the 2. I guess that means that I get more muscle memory from just the positioning rather than anything else. Now, if this was a Guilders 1, we could swap those, but yeah. No, you're right. It's weird how just context can completely change. This is like the oh my god, why can't I remember the name of it? Darg will be very happy. Darg, you were talking about it with the emotes. The what effect? Where context, you can have the same image, but context changes your perspective of what it is. You know, like actors will use it to their advantage. Like they won't actually present any emotion, but context from the editing can make you feel like it's a sad effect or whatever. You know, it's a sad. Because it's abstract. I know that it was repeating because it's obstructed. I get that, but I was wondering why it was doing 3 shots exactly and then swapping back. All right, I don't know. So what do we think, chat? I mean, I know we've not been in it very long, but I can feel the fatigue. What do we think of Reaper's Rumble? I've tried to make the plays. I've tried to knock people down with the pumpkins and cripple them. What else can we do? Cripple the skeletons? Should we check if friendly fire is a thing there? And like the idea of intercepting as well. What is that? So that's like I would stand here. I would position here. Oh my god, I'm going to get just blown up, aren't I? The idea of intercepting would be you stand in the mausoleum and you grab the pumpkin as it's flying through the air, keg brawl style, and then you move on. Reaper's Rumble is resident sleeper, resident sleeper, resident sleeper. Yeah, maybe. It doesn't seem to have much going on, does it? But what's the diagnosis of why it's so bad? Because again, I don't think simplicity is actually bad. Like, look at Dragon Arena. Dragon Arena is awesome. It's very simple too, but it's very, very cool. Competitive Dragon Arena would feel a lot like competitive Halo was back in the day. In terms of like... you're counting timers for when pickups become available, when you're racing the other teams to get access to them and fighting over them, over the pickups. So like how in, you know, I played a bit of competitive Halo 3, or as far as the older MLG days. Not that I was ever any good, but, you know, really try-harding on it. And, you know, when you're watching for when rockets spawn on the pit and, you know, stuff like that. That's what Dragon Arena's like, and where you assign everybody to go. And it's got chops, but it's very basic, to be honest. My only game was my whole team running to the enemy mausoleums and just PvEing them down within a few minutes. So yeah, maybe that's the problem. You can just bypass the entire thing by just walking behind the mausoleum. Well, I will say this at least. I am nonetheless happy that the devs re-implemented it. As shoddy as it was, there's no expectation they do like... So can we... That was a nice little side strafe there, my friend. He's got me. I'm down. I could have healed. I'm happy that they brought it back anyway, you know? It's another little thing to do. The only thing that makes me feel a bit sad is that there's no population here. The other thing is, this is so bare bones, I'm not even excited about, like, if there was a proper queuing system for this, I don't think I would be excited to play it. Aspect Arena, I'd be excited to play. Snowball Arena, I'd be excited to play. Dragon Arena, I'd be excited to play. Reaper's Rumble? Probably not, because it's just too empty in terms of actual solid stuff going on. But this isn't the only Halloween one. There is obviously the Labyrinth, but that's a bit weird as well. You know, that's not really the competitive sort of arena style thing where it's one team versus another. So I do like the auto attack chain in terms of you can swing twice at your opponent and then back off. And as long as you got the first auto in, they're still going to be on part 2 of the chain after you've kited away. And you've procced part 3 of the chain, so you can shoot them, see? Oh, he got me. He got me by dodging through. I'm down. This guy's been owning me. Who is this guy? 2 health. Oh! Oh, no! Come on, man. Damn it. He's landing the aimed shots. I ate 4 of them there. Did you do Lunatic Inquisition on the stream? That used to be a lot of fun. They nerfed the timer, so it's a lot worse this time around, but it's pretty immersive. There will be a stream. Probably like the first time Halloween came around when I decided to start streaming, I probably did do a Lunatic. Not this year. All I've only done 3 really lazy streams this year, and that's this weekend for Halloween. I'll probably look a little bit more at it next weekend, but we've also got like Living World and stuff I want to do, so yeah, I've got problems with that as well. It's fun, but I mean, zombie game types are hard to assess anyway, right? I mean, that's kind of the thing. We did definitely do some streams, because I remember we were showing off the whole Easter egg chain. Do you guys remember those? Is anyone here in chat there for when we were doing that? That was good stuff, man. When we were learning about the whole thing, people were showing it off and sort of helping to go through the whole sequence. There you go. Mjolnir was there. Do you think ArenaNet should add tooltips to the death recap rather than just icons? Hey, that's a really cool idea, man. Yeah. Absolutely. As long as people, you know, get use out of it. 2 things that would be really nice would be that you just said, but also the ability at the end of the game to browse in the post-game lobby to browse all of your death breakdowns. Like, they just get saved, they get cached, and then at the end of the game you should be able to click death 1, death 2, death 3, and you can see, at least tooltip wise, what it was that killed you, and you can sort of remember and reflect. I know that sounds a bit weird, but that would actually be kind of cool. And yeah, if you could mouse over, it would be really nice to see as well how things have been augmented. So there was, oh, I remember the build. It was a glass Tempest build that tries to burst people with Warhorn 5, sorry, in air. So I was playing some queues maybe like 5 or 6 days ago, and there was some like opposing Tempest. And the build was obviously crap. Any glass Ellie build that doesn't have focus, ergo some kind of invuln or escape potential, is a trash build straight away. But for the funsies, this guy was running Tempest with Warhorn, and he was using the lightning orb, and like just doing ridiculous damage, just like a 20k burst that was AoE or some crap. It was mental. And so I kind of wanted to see what was going on, and I was trying it out today. But, you know, if I could, on the death breakdown, mouse over his lightning orb and then see all the augments, see, oh, this was augmented by, you know, he had the trait that picked this up, or arcane power was under the effects and stuff, or arcane lightning and things like that, that might be kind of nice as well. There's not really a precedent in the UI for that, but yeah. And for what it's worth, the build was kind of fun. I think the way that it works is this, right? When you cast Lightning Orb, it throws the orb out in front of you, and the orb spews projectiles out at targets around it. So if you use the Lightning Orb in a target-rich environment, the orb will fire more projectiles out, and thus if it cleaves in the right way, all the projectiles will hit a target they weren't aiming for. So think about this. Think about the way that you burst with Guardian Greatsword 5. Here, I'll show you guys now. That's going to be the end of Reaper's Rumble for me, I think. But I will show you this. I'll go on the fire round. I guess it doesn't matter. So people might not know this, and you probably should know this. And even in PvE, it's good to know this. In some, especially if raid progression, you find certain sequences come up later with multiple ads. Oh, excuse me. Geez, sorry about the yawning, guys. What can I say? It gets dark while I'm streaming now, so I'm gonna get sleepy. Right, yeah. So here I will show you. Oh my god, I don't have a GS. Of course I don't. Why do I have a hammer but not a greatsword? It's a technique I used on Spectral Grasp as well, back when I was really into Reaper, last meta.
Talk to me. Before
the obscene quickness buff. And when they dropped the Spectral Grasp cooldown really heavily, and I was like, alright, this is definitely a skill now. So here, look. What Binding Blades does is you cast it, and it fires out a blade at your target, right? Which attaches, I think this does damage over time based on Condi damage for what it's worth, or maybe it's on power. And then you can double tap to pull them in. But the thing is, so there, we pressed the 5, and I had, a blade went out to the big golem, not because I had the big golem targeted, but just because it was nearby. So here we have 3 golems, and this is max targets of 5. I'm sorry to this person here. But if I just do it in range, you look, see we get 3 swords came out, right? I wasn't targeting anyone, but we had 3 swords. So then we can double tap to pull them in, right? So that's the basic function of the skill. And the impact of the blade hitting is actually quite substantial on a glassy build. You know, it can crit for quite heavily. Now, what happens then if we have 5 targets and we stand on a target? So what will happen? Well, I'll press Binding Blade, and it's going to throw a blade at this guy, which will hit this guy. That's fair. We don't dispute that. It's going to throw a blade at this guy, at this guy, at this guy, this guy, whatever. So, you know, 4 more targets at random, the closest probably, right? But what's going to happen is, because we're inside this dude's hitbox, they will get obstructed in transit, and all 5 will hit this guy. So this poor son of a bitch, the skill is designed to only hit him with 1 blade, but we're going to do 5 times the damage. We're going to do quintuple the damage because we stood in him when we used it. So if you play GS in PvP, what this means is when there's like a downstate body in a hot mid-fight, you can walk onto the body and use Binding Blade, and the game will hit it with a ton of Binding Blades and kill him. That's the most reliable way to effectively use that in PvP. You can try actually in the fight. Spectral Grasp is exactly the same. So you can stack, it's like 40 seconds of chill on someone with a single Spectral Grasp cast because they all hit that guy. So here, I'll show you, demonstrate. We hit the same guy a ton of times. He's the only one that got bladed there. He got 5 blades and even on quite a squishy thing. So the lightning orb thing is kind of the same. So who was it? Was it? I never PvP on this because it just gives me a headache. All the people jumping on my body. I killed wooden potatoes. Oh my god. No. All right. So I'll come on to this character, I guess, for a second. So what the lightning orb does is, imagine it's like a little NPC constantly using Binding Blade over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Oh my god, why don't I have any of the stuff? This is how like specialized each of my characters are now. The Wooden Potatoes Anthem says, he has shown me how to play my guard yet. Tick. Was that really a line from the song that I haven't shown how to play Guardian? Man, that's crazy. It's not like I really know how to play Guardian. I'm not a guard main or anything like that. I don't spend a lot of time on it. But there's basic principles of the game that you can you can extrapolate, right? And so once you learn that interaction on Guardian, it makes it very natural to understand that interaction on Spectral Grasp or here on the Warhorn. So this is, so I will show you it strafing past these three, well, no, here. So I'll show you with a single target in the area. Here's what it looks like, right? So we'll see whether my theory is correct. The orb's going to come out, it gets enraged, and it starts throwing all these little projectiles out, yeah? You see all of those? And that, they do some reasonable damage. They apply vuln, right? And we got quite a lot of impact there, because there was one target. Now, if we send it past 2 targets, or 3 even, if this guy stops killing... Yeah, screw it, I'm going to do it. No, because there's too much stuff dying here. Yeah, we'll just use this, these guys over here in the field. Right, so if we go past 4 targets... Does it fire out a little bit more? Maybe it looked a bit better there. They were all out on one side, so I'm not entirely sure. And then the idea would be if you cast it inside the hitbox of someone. So when the orb hits this guy, in theory, it should be firing orbs at him. But he's going to eat all of them.
1 hours.
Oh my god, that golem was really loud there and very scary. Okay, so let's see.
1 hours.
Yeah, so I think we saw it there. Certainly none of these guys got hit. These guys obstructed all the impacts. Maybe it doesn't throw more impacts based on targets around, though. I think I am wrong about that, actually. I think it doesn't throw more impacts based on targets around. I think it just throws... If it detects a single enemy in the area, it does this stuff, right? So I don't know. I don't know how it bursts so hard. I got a few big bursts. Maybe it's just because it's a fast-hitting thing, to be honest. Anyway, kind of a fun idea. And for what it's worth, by the way, this is also why one of the most trash Weaver skills in the entire game. So let me re-establish the build here. Okay. One of the most trash Weaver skills is... oh no, we're all good here. I like how I actually remembered what I had in those slots. Is the air water mix. Now, if this mix was good, it would be really, really nice for fresh air, particularly because any air, one step away air thing is very easy to get access to. And if this was worth it, then it would actually unlock Shatterstone, which they've been perpetually buffing for ages as well. And it would more meaningfully open up comets as well on the reverse, which are good for interrupting reses and stuff. Anyway, this is a terrible skill, Glacial Drift, and I'll tell you why. It's basically, it's like the Lightning Orb. We'll cast it on Svane here, right? Oh no, he's dead. We'll cast it on the Invulnerable Golem. Right, so it's like the Lightning Orb, except this time it's a comet. And as it passes through, the comet does damage. Now, what the devs have got written here is number of targets 5. So the idea is this should do hits to people as it goes through them, but it can only do it to 5 different entities, right? But if the same entity is around it for a long time, that same entity should get hit a lot of times, right? But here's the thing. Glacial Drift only ticks 5 times. It's not 5 targets. It's only 5 impacts. Full stop. Whether that's different characters or not. So if you watch as I cast it through this, it's annoying because I'm auto-attacking with the air thing. I've turned the air auto off. It basically just hits a couple of times and that's it. And it's just like so mediocre, honestly. Bit of chill on there. I've tried so hard to like freshen this up and think, oh, what's something cool I can do here? There you go. And you see by the time it gets to the back, it just does nothing. It's just not worth it. You can't cast it behind you. If you could cast it behind you, it would be really good for kiting away, but you can't. I don't know why I'm suddenly talking about all this a lot, but it's just not good. It's just a trash skill. Does it actually send projectiles at all enemies, or is it just a random target on a really short cooldown? Which one? Sorry, the Tempest skill. It might be a random target. From what we saw there, it looked more like a random target actually to me. So it's nice to know how little things like that work, to be honest. You can't reflect a lightning orb, can you? I wonder if you can deflect it. I wonder if a swirling winds prevents a lightning orb. Yeah, it's basically one proc that can hit 5 times, yeah. No, not 5 targets, 5 times. You can hit the same guy more than once. I think you can, anyway. They should make it a flip over to explode. I actually don't agree with too many more flip overs for Weaver. Weaver's already got just too many different flip overs and things going on. I don't think they need to go too much crazier than that. I just think that yeah, if I could fire it behind me, if I'm kiting away from this golem, I should be able to press it and meaningfully escape. But you saw there, it just cancel casts. It goes on full cooldown, didn't do anything. If you could do that, that would unlock air again to keep the super speed going. And apply, quite importantly, chill. So it would be a thing. It can't do anything, though. And then the other one is Fracturing Strike, which I talk about all the time. This should not have an LOS check, in my opinion. So, like, if I'm obstructed here... full animation lands. It's a fucking meteor that comes from the sky. It's not the craziest thing in the world, but... I don't know. Maybe Fresh Air's got enough. Maybe the LOS checks really do need to be preserved with it. Maybe that's too crazy. Anyway. So yeah, Reaper's Rumble. Reaper's Rumble, and that's all the new stuff, right? I've shown the Raceway. I've shown the Time Trials. I've shown the armors, which we got. We did the crafting. I've shown some of the new rewards. We've shown the lore. We've shown the new collection. The only thing I've not done are the annual achievements because, frankly, I don't really care very much. And I think it would be a fairly boring stream. So I think we'll call it there for the Halloween coverage on stream at least, and then I'll try and get a Halloween video out sometime tomorrow, or exactly a week after my last video on it. And yeah, I gotta go do that art judging thing as well in a second. Pro players do the 360 cast and land the hit on the 180. I've thought of that. Like, can you meaningfully about face while fleeing? I don't think it's a thing though. I really don't think it is a thing. Because like every little unit of distance is important when you're bailing out in a lot of those scenarios. And the idea of getting the 180 about face casting, I don't know. I guess it depends. If the cancel cast is at the end of the cast time, maybe you can do it. But if you have to turn around and face them for the full duration of the cast, it will just never be a thing. Do 9 of the annual achievements even if it's off stream. Why is that, Ben? Why should I have to do 9 of those? Daily appreciation for your work on Game of the Day. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I'll post another one of those in a minute as well. I did a lot of VOD exporting today, so there'll be a lot of VODs coming up on Wood and Potatoes too soon as well. There's a 3000 IQ play on the bonus clip for today's Game of the Day as well, which so keep an eye out for that. 3000 IQ. It's on Skyhammer, and it will blow your mind. So get oh, the AT's coming up.
I will draw out your death, Father. I learned things in that box.
It's a candle mini and 50 AP. Oh, and I've got to do the Guildhall decoration thing as well. Just focus a little bit more on that, do the bridges and stuff, get some more bridges. All right, anyway, okay, guys, that's it. That's the stream. Thanks very much for watching. Especially through these weird ones where I'm a bit out of it and they've not been the greatest. But yeah, next weekend, join me for potentially an episode 1 playthrough. Or we might go back to the Sun's Refuge and finish those collections and do that stuff. I really don't know just yet. So we'll have to have a look. So cheers, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks very much for watching. It's been great to see everybody out here, and I will see you all very soon. I've got some laundry to do as well. Christ, the day is not over. See you guys soon.
After all, you killed your father. It's time history repeated itself.
So, your plan here is poetic irony? Ooh, I'm so scared, bloody Prince Thor. No!